I'm Antonia Naglieri for Career Bytes, and today we're in Washington, D.C. at the National Education Association, where we will be interviewing President Reg Weaver. So let's get started. When did you first become interested in teaching?
Well, you know, I never knew that I was going to be a teacher. When I graduated from high school, all I knew was that I was going to go to college. My parents wanted me to go to college. And so I went to Illinois State Normal University in Normal, Illinois, and not having any idea that it was a teacher's college. I ended up majoring in special education for the physically handicapped and minoring in elementary education. And then after 4 years of college, I started teaching.
What steps did you take to get where you are today?
The steps that I took today, I would say 1977, I became vice president of the Illinois Education Association. And I did that from 1977 until 1981. I ran for the presidency again of the Illinois Education Association and was elected and served 6 terms. And at the end of my term, which was 1987, I didn't know whether or not I wanted to go back to teaching. I ran for the position of a member of the NEA Executive Committee and was elected.
So you've been here for a long time.
Well, I've been in the NEA family ever since I started teaching. But in terms of being in an NEA position, Executive Committee, Vice President or President, it's been since 1989.
What kind of work do you do on a daily basis here at the NEA?
My goal is to try to make it possible for every child to have access to a quality public education that is free from intimidation and harassment and has an atmosphere that's conducive to good teaching and learning. And so what I do is try to see that the one initiative that we have is put into place. And it's put into place by people working with it and working on it. Not only here at the NEA, but at the state level and at the local level. And so, you know, that's one of the things that I do, and it's a massive responsibility. I get an opportunity to go out and talk with a lot of young kids, a lot of kids and students in schools. I get a lot of chances to talk with parents, to policymakers. I get a chance to do it all. About 3 weeks ago, I was talking with about 170 high school kids over at the American University. And one of the little kids asked the question, "What do you like to do in your job?" I said, "What I'm doing now, and that is talking with you all."
It must be so nice to be able to talk to them after you've been doing so much work to help them out.
It really is, but you know what? You all are the future, and it's certainly important for us to be able to have access to you and you to us, so that you will have the opportunity to continue to make this country the great country that it is. But you can only do that if you have a quality public education.
So I read that you were named in Ebony magazine as one of the most 100 influential Black Americans in 2004. And how does it feel to receive that honor?
That was just a wonderful honor. And you know what? Since you mentioned that,
do you have it?
There it is. I'm on the page with some giants here, and it's just good knowing that people think enough of you to think that you are in a position to do something, and that's very important to me, to be in a position such that I will be able to do something to help young people to be successful. A lot of times students don't see folks that look like me in positions that I have. And so it's good for African American students, Latino students, for white students, to see that there is an African American man that is in this particular position, that is a very influential position, but a position that is trying to make it better for them, and gives them the knowledge and the hope that at one point, in some point in time, that they will be able to ascend to something such as this.
How has the use of technology helped you in your day-to-day work?
The use of technology is absolutely awesome. But you see, there was a time when technology, you say the word technology, and I would just turn the other way. But you see, you can't do it without technology. And so it's very important that all children have access, equal access to technology, because it is here, it's not going anywhere, and it's only going to get to the point where it's even more useful. And so now, you know, even though I didn't do much with it before, right now, you know, you find that you can't do without it. You know, I even have this thing. All right, you carry this thing, and it helps to get the email messages and use the phone. And then, you know, if this thing doesn't work, you pull out this one. So, you know, you're technology all the way. Now, the one thing that we find is that technology, you know, sometimes it breaks down too. And so you have to have people who are able to work it, use it, and fix it.
Do you think it's important for schools to teach technology skills in the classroom?
I think it's absolutely important, because technology is here, and it is going to continue to be the wave of the future. But the only thing that I would want to make sure of, and that is that the kids had state-of-the-art technology, equipment, and people that were able to teach it.
What advice can you give students who are interested in going into the field of education?
Number one, want to do it. Two, recognize that you have an opportunity to make such a tremendous impact on the future of this country. Three, recognize that if in fact you get into this, recognize that all children can learn, given the right opportunities. Four, be active in the profession. You know, work to make sure that your voice is heard as it relates to policy, as it relates to working conditions, as it relates to salary. So, you know, just recognize that there's so many influences that impact what you will be able to do in the classroom. And so you might as well get involved in helping to shape some of those circumstances that impact you and your environment. We want to see people who care, who are prepared, and who are professional.
So what are your hopes for the future of teaching and education in this country?
For you young folks that are watching this, I recognize that it's rough out there. It is rough out there for you, for many of you. But you know, you can make it, because a lot of young people think that they're out there by themselves. They think that they can't make it. They think that nobody cares about who they are and what they do and how they do it. But that's not true. You know, we do care. We care about you, we care about your success, and we want you to be successful. And anything that we can do to make it possible for you to be successful, you have to let us know. Talk with us. Let us be partners with you. Partners for success.
Thank you so much for talking with us.
It's been my pleasure, and best wishes to you. Righty.
Thank you. Thanks for joining us today on Career Bytes. I hope you all learned something. I'm Antonia Naglieri, and I'll see you on the web.